could argue think everything had been wrapped up at the end of Demon Store. Now, for me, there were still bits about them that I still wanted to explore, and you know, that there's but people want to read more about the Raven. And I wouldn't have done it. I didn't think it had been a good idea. I'm not into. I hope everyone thinks this when they read the book too. By the way, I'm not into cash-ins and stuff. Or I'll just do another Raven book because that'll make some more sales. I think that's really, really wrong. And I do hope people don't think that when they read Raven Song. For me, it's a story about love transcending life and death, and it's about the true nature of heroism and the nature of greed and those sorts of things mixed together, and against another, and against an enemy that you can't beat, which for the Raven is unusual. So that's why for me it was a good book, because it is actually different, and it's an advancement. It isn't just the same stuff kind of muddled up and then given back to you. So I'm really, really pleased with it. We'll see what readers of the Raven think of it. I'm looking forward to it coming out. It comes out in November, so under a new cover. So we will see. We will see. People must let me know what they think about it. Send me rude emails or something if you think it's crap.
I mean, do you feel nervous about going back to it?
No, I'll tell you, writing was what it was like putting on an old pair of slippers. Right. It's fantastic. It was lovely to be able to because I didn't think I was going to for quite some time. So going back to it was really like, it was just like putting on a nice old jacket and being able to write their dialogue and the way that they are in the fight and that sort of stuff was really lovely to do. But of course, you couldn't do too much of that, because if I do too much of that, then it is a rehash of what's gone before. So I need to be careful and get drawn too far in. But nervous, I suppose. I am nervous about the response to it. Yeah, I suppose. If I think about it, I am, just because it was only supposed to be 6 books and now there's 7. So it's up there to be shot down. We'll see. I hope not.
Other plans for all?
Raven? No. That's it. Read it and find out.
Okay. Right, let's talk acting.
Okay.
You are an actor now, professional.
I've always been an actor. Just been resting for 2 decades. And I've had a good long rest.
Well, you've been involved in films?
Yes, well, still involved in it actually. Yeah, it was completely bizarre, and I wasn't looking for it at all. It also, I went to have a haircut, not this haircut, but my old style haircut. And I got talking to the guy who was cutting my hair, just napping away, and he asked me what I did. I said I was an author, and was doing this and doing that and the other, and he said, oh, all right, so I'll write screenplays. We got chatting, and I found out he was an actor, and he directed a few of his films and stuff. And I said, oh, I used to act in drama school 20 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And he said, oh, you must come and read for a part then. And I thought he was joking. But I gave him my phone number and stuff, and hey, press, audition the following Sunday. And they cast me. So that was pretty cool. That was, and I played the part of a corrupt policeman, which is really, really good fun. It's a gritty urban crime, drugs, deprivation drama. It's called The Estate, and it's about the residents of an estate claiming back their own territory and kicking out the gangs, but it involves lots of, I just call it daring do, that makes it sound heroic, but there's lots of very sort of visceral. It's quite depressing in some ways as well, but ultimately there's redemption and there's cheer, but only just enough. If you see what I mean, because I think you can make it too glam if you want, but it's a neat film. I'm enjoying doing it very much. And I got to rough up Pierce Brosnan's son, so that's going to be good. So he plays a drug addict that me and my corrupt mate beat up, and my corrupt mate eventually kills him. I wasn't in that scene, which is a bit of a shame. But then I would go around saying I killed Sean Brosnan, but now I can't do that. But yeah, it's doesn't due to finish filming until December, and it won't be edited probably for another 6 or 8 months, and we await the distribution deal. Who knows, credit crunch pulled the funding away. It was a shame, credit crunch, terribly trendy word, but actually it did for the funding of this film. So everyone's working for nothing. At one stage we had almost, the lawyers were talking and they were discussing clauses, and then this credit crunch hit, and that was that. And even we lost the funding, which is a great shame. But
so if the chance came again?
yeah. Yeah, I'll do it again. Well, I hope I'll work with him on his next screenplays and stuff, which hopefully the relationship will carry on after that. And it's inspired me to write a screenplay for Dorothy too, so I'm currently doing that.
So nice with that.
Yeah. Well, I think we've had interest, vague interest over various years. And people phone up that are the rights available, and then you go, no, they're not, no, they aren't. Have them. Then you never hear from them again. We had a guy from Walden Media who was interested, but that's a bizarre mix because these are people that do effective film, like Narnia and stuff like that. But they're films for teens and they're moral and eventually they're light. And I couldn't see how the hell you would ever want Dorothy. And unsurprisingly, when you read it, you didn't. What a bizarre thing that is. So they did, but I think one of the problems with a book like Dorothy is it probably needs to be done as a treatment and then done as a screenplay so that people can see exactly how it's going to fit on screen or on TV or whatever. So I should write it. So I am, in my spare time, which I have very little.
Folks, if we give it a 5-minute warning, which basically means that really, if you've got any questions, be happy to try and answer.
But you haven't got to ask
You
anything.
haven't got to ask anything, you know?
I've said it all.
Oh,
Hello.
Can I just ask, are you now making a living and being a writer?
I am. I mean, it's an interesting one because I live in a dual income family. My wife actually earns more than I do. I think if I was a single man, I'd have to live in Burnley or something to make ends meet. But I think I could just about get by. I think I don't earn enough to do anything more than that. But technically, I do. I work as a full-time writer. I look after my son a day a week as well. So it's a good balance. So I feel very, very fortunate to be in that position. I have my wife to thank for that in great measure. So, but I'm not in. I would love to be in a position to be able to bankroll the whole household, but I'm just not.
Last night you read from your new novella.
I did read from my new novella last night. Yes.
Comedy. There's a lot of comedy in Raven.
Yes.
Do you find the comedy quite easy to write, and are you going to write more comedy?
Yeah, well, they're talking about the Vault of Deeds, which I can just plug, is being launched at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Copies available to buy and sign. That's after that message I can answer your question. I had an idea for quite some time, and after I got stuck, after 3 chapters of it, and then worked out how to actually write it, I loved writing it. I absolutely loved it, and I did find the comedy quite easy to write. And the banter, I did borrow from what I'd done in the Raven in terms of the banter between some of the characters. And yes, I'm going to write another one, because, well, I had great fun. I've had another idea, and the excellent Pete Crowther would like to see it, so hopefully we can have another PS novella this time next year, we'll see. But yeah, I don't think it's a career in comedy writing, but not yet. But it's good fun, it really is good fun. And again, I'm lucky that I'm able to experiment in that way and have a publisher read it in seriousness and take it on if they like it. And that's a function of being lucky enough to be a published author. So again, that's fortune.
Was it a deliberate change after this end? Because this end is quite dark and complex.
Unremittingly dark, someone said about it, didn't they, Sandy? As I recall. Yeah. It is dark, it really is dark. And one of my friends, when he read it, said to another one of my friends, "Is James all right?" I was all right. I just read the book about dead swimming across the plains and stuff. What's depressed about that? You know? But yes, it was very dark, and there wasn't so much room for humour that I liked into my books, particularly in The Shout of the Dead. There wasn't that much room. It's a hard story, and again, people will either love it or hate it because of that, I think.